It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Washington Commanders on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the outskirts of the nation's capital. It's Northwest Stadium in Landover, the home of the Commanders. Good to be in the booth with my partner Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Welcome, and Greg, this is one of those that's worthy of prime time because wide receivers love the spotlight as much as any position group in the league, and we got two guys who shine under the lights here tonight.
And I think where it's going to be really fun and get interesting to watch, Mike, is in those critical situations. The game's on the line, third down, red zone, gotta-have-it moments. There is no mystery. Both these sidelines, they know exactly where the ball's going, and they're just going to say, I dare you to stop them. These are two prime, elite wide receivers in the National Football League. Night game, prime time, they're looking to put on a show.
Here's Matt Gay ready to get this one started. And off we go from Northwest Stadium. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Rams offense taking the field for the first time. They're led out, Greg, by the #1 overall pick way back in 2009, Matthew Stafford.
Stafford was one of those guys, Mike, that I think through the first half of his career was probably the most underappreciated quarterback in the entire league. The talent was always undeniable. But what he was constantly discredited for was just the fact that he was on some really bad teams that were left to play really irrelevant football down the stretch. Immediately changed that narrative the second he joined a championship roster. Now, he's just trying to see if he can add some more hardware to that resume and solidify that legacy even further.
Pass caught right side by Higbee. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
On the ground, former Notre Damer Kyron Williams. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. Jordan McGee there on the stop. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? They put Adams in motion. Throw it on 3rd down, Stafford. Here's a screen set up to Williams. Good-looking screenplay there, a gain of 11 and a first down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Atwell sent in motion here. A play fake. Now Stafford to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the gun, here's Stafford. There's a short one taken in by Higbee.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
3rd and long. Here's Stafford. That is brought in. That changes a lot. He's out of bounds all the way down at the 20-yard line. That is a big gainer for the Rams. It's a gain of 43 yards.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Stafford now to throw on first down. Inside the 10, it is caught. And the Rams are going to have a first and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
To the air again, Stafford. He's got it at the 3.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
They'll try to run it with Williams. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Kyren Williams. Touchdown, Rams. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Joshua Carty comes out now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Rams will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Eckler on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as the result of him being your quarterback.
And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
So you're on the sideline and you're watching the other team go right down the field and score on their first drive. As a play caller, you have to be careful that it doesn't throw you out of your initial plan coming into the game. They wanted to establish some ground game here early, and that's exactly what they did.
Here's a designed run. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Throwing on second down, Daniel. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Let's give some love to the big guys up front here, Mike. The offensive line is looking good here early to start the game. Couple nice big explosive runs. Expect them to continue to lean on the big guys up front as the rest of this game unfolds.
On first down, right back to Robinson. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now third down comes up.
So the receiver does everything right except for the most important part. He runs a nice route, creates great separation downfield, but now you just got to finish that thing off with a catch.
On third down, they'll throw with Daniels. A nice throw by the rookie from LSU. He's got his team a first down.
Rookie to rookie right there, Mike. And I'll tell you what, they've got some really good young pieces on this roster.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. First carry for the versatile Austin Eckler. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. On the option, here's Robinson. And he's in! Brian Robinson. Touchdown, Washington.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Commanders come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Kyron Williams and the Rams offense ready to get back to work. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Stafford now on 2nd down. Right back to Williams. They connect again. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here, bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
Stafford now on third down. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Really nice start for this defense here early through the first quarter. Two different players each recording a sack. Offensive line's going to have to get together on the sideline with their coach and identify where's the weakness in our protection, how can we get extra bodies and extra attention, because we still got a long way to go in this one.
So we are through one on Sunday Night Football. Pair of sevens on the scoreboard. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. So fourth down, the Rams will send out Ethan Evans to punt. A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line. The Commanders' offense and running back Brian Robinson on the field for their next drive. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Quick throw here is complete. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw, still result in a big gain.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Here's Robinson. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Finding the veteran tight end, Zach Ertz. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
They'll run with Robinson. Down to the 4, it'll be 2nd and goal. The tight end going in motion to the left. One more time, it's Robinson. And he's going to go backwards on that one. They take him down back at the 6-yard line.
It makes sense on 2nd and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have 3rd down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal. It's Daniels. Trying to reach for the goal line, but he's going to come up just short. Wow, it's going to set up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Commanders will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
After the field goal, back out is Gay to kick this one off. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
They put Adams in motion. Now a 2nd down throw for Stafford. Got a man downfield. It's Devontae. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. The shotgun snap to Stafford. Finds Nakua on the slant. Second and a yard. A give, and here comes Williams. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Stafford. And he'll take it on in. Puka Nakua. Touchdown, L.A. Cardi now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Rams are on top. It's 14-10. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Eckler on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Commanders' offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. He's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
Man, he fit that one in a tight window. One thing he showed off was his arm strength and his accuracy, but in the grand scheme of things, it didn't really amount to much.
Daniels to throw on 2nd down. Open man downfield is Brown. 15 yards through the air. Good for a Commander's 1st down.
This is a great example, Mike, of just how effective it is when you're efficient on early downs throwing the ball. I mean, when you can pick up 1st downs without getting to 3rd down, as the game unfolds, things just get easier and easier. Take what the defense is giving you. Don't force the ball downfield. But when you can stay ahead of the chains without having to get to 3rd and have it plays, that's when an offense is really firing.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Two minutes remain here in this 1st half. We'll be back just outside the nation's capital after this. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Daniels gonna throw again. He bought all the time he could, but he's gonna be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
Once the quarterback leaves the pocket, the hope is that it buys him a little time to allow second reaction from his receivers downfield. What he's not accounting for is the speed of a lot of these defensive ends in the league, Mike. He closed that distance a lot faster than I think the quarterback anticipated, and he comes away with the sack.
He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time, and it's going to lead to 4th down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. Matthew Stafford and the Rams offense getting set to go again. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. To the left side, and Adams has it. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. From the gun, here's Stafford. Nakua open. He's got it. They lost him. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 78 yards. Touchdown, Rams. Well, that was a pretty easy touchdown. He was wide open, Greg. Easy chance to close the deal, and they do with a touchdown.
And, Mike, it just appears to me that's just a breakdown defensively. You can't allow a receiver to not only be so open it's an easy pitch and catch, but then to have the space to operate after the catch to finish that one off in the end zone.
On comes Joshua Carty for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Rams are out to a 21-10 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Commanders' offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a first down. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. And a short pickup past the 25. On second down, it's Daniels. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. Throwing now, Daniels. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Daniels now going to look to throw. Looking to Samuel on the out route. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. First and 10. To the air again is Daniels. He finds the veteran Ertz. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Michael, thanks very much. And with that, we welcome you all into our EA Sports studios. This is the Halftime Report. We saw a fine performance in that first half from the running back, Kyron Williams. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. These two teams ready for the second half, and so are we. So let's get you back out to Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Commanders' offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. To throw is Daniels. Pass brought in by Samuel. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Daniels now on 1st down. And here comes Robinson on a toss to the right. And he'll take this to about the 46-yard line. Cameron Curl up from his safety spot to make the tackle. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. And he gets it to midfield, and he gets the 1st down. Good run. The drive continues. They'll motion over Samuel. They'll go again with Robinson. And a nice game there on 1st down. He takes it forward for 8 yards. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Daniels. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. They run this straight ahead with Eckler. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
They'll go. It's Robinson. And it's going to be a Commander's 1st down. They'll wind up getting the yards they need on 4th and 3.
This is a little bit of a tough spot for a play caller, Mike. Fourth down, is it close enough that I can run the ball? Is it far enough that I have to risk a pass? That took some courage to call a run play, and fortunate for them, they're able to celebrate after.
Samuel brings this in along the sideline.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part, so once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
They face 2nd down and 7. A shotgun snap, and they'll give it to Robinson. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. Got his man at the 6. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short.
This defense is able to get the hold here on 1st down, Mike, but they might have to do it 3 more times. I think if I'm this offense, I'm saying this is 4th down territory. I've got 3 more shots to gain 1 yard. Here you go.
And he will do it himself. He's in. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Commanders. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
The offense staying put. They will go for 2. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but their execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Rams offense and Matthew Stafford heading back onto the field. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Here's the give up the middle with Williams. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. A shotgun snap to Stafford. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his 2nd incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here, and they'll begin it with 1st and 10. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. Oh, no dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. That's to the right side, and it's Sinnott. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. And that is knocked away, incomplete. Nice play defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. The Commanders about to send this one away. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. Now, fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Rams offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They go play action with Stafford. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Now it's Williams, and he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. He gets this complete, finding Adams. And And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that third down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
A first down throw for Stafford. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Stafford. This throw right side is caught by Adams. 17 yards that time for number 17.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Stafford. Caught by Nakua on the out route.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
So now out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This to stretch the lead to a touchdown. And this one right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Eckler on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready for this next possession. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll throw with Daniels. A quick slant on the money to McLaurin. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. On the give, it's Robinson. And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the 1st down.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. We'll give it to Eckler on the option. And he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That's caught by Eckler. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
It's really just an extended handoff. Get the ball out wide to your running back in space and make the defense tackle him. That's really all this is. Something small turns into a nice pickup.
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. Now he'll run it. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
They'll run it here with Robinson. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Two minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. A big play in the game now. 3rd down and 1. They'll drop to throw. Has his man. It's Samuel. A pickup of 14 as he takes it to the 14.
So they find themselves down 8 with less than 2 minutes. You can't act as if this is the final possession of the game. Because remember, if they score a touchdown and they don't convert the 2-point try, they got to have enough time to get the ball back again if they want to give themselves a chance to win this game.
Robinson. And this offensive line creating running space. He'll get 6 and get inside the 10-yard line. Here's 2nd down. On the ground, Eckler. And he's close to the 1st down. Gets 4 yards on the gain, but it will bring up 3rd down. Needing to convert here on 3rd and inches. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they...
And this will be a touchdown. They are within a 2-point conversion of coming back to tie this game.
What a finish there to get the touchdown, but of course the job's not done, and this is where the defense needs to regroup, Mike. It's one thing to give up the touchdown, but now you're still one stop away from being the hero. They got to dial in, get their best defense called, and somehow find a way to keep them out of the end zone.
Important spot here for the Commanders as they will go for 2. Daniels gonna throw again. And he is going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion works, and we've got ourselves a tie game.
You can just tell the teams that practice these end-of-game situations. After the offense scored, there was no big hoopla. They weren't throwing themselves a parade. They immediately knew they had to go for 2. Get back in the huddle, get their best play call executed, and we got a tie ball game.
We are in the final minute of what is now a tie game as we are set for the kickoff. From the 6, here comes a return. Ho-ho! And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Rams offense and Davante Adams heading back onto the field. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Williams. And a minimal gain here, only to about the 31. They'll come up now for 2nd down. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. This taken at the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The home team's offense ready to get back to work. They'll do so with 1st and 10. To throw is Daniels. Downfield, there's the veteran Ertz. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll run. It's Eckler. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
Throwing now, Daniels. He'll get this one complete to Brown. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
On first down, Daniels. That's complete. John Bates, the tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
They'll motion over Samuel. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is first down. Play action. Here's Daniels. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but then once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
They'll motion over Samuel. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And that not a guy you can afford to lose here in overtime. Here's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal coming up. They're able to convert on 3rd and 2. On play action, Daniels. This one caught at the 4. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
This is a guy that we're used to seeing make a lot of his plays in the back end, Mike, kind of patrolling that center field safety position. But this time, he recognized that play up at the line of scrimmage, and he blows it up for a loss.
They'll try to run with Robinson. That one only good for a gain of 1 to the 2 to set up 3rd and goal.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Ben Sinnott. Touchdown, Washington. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
The kick is good. So an ideal start to this overtime. And now it's up to the defense to preserve a 7-point lead. So, thanks to that recent rule change, still the chance to extend this game and match that opening overtime score as they receive the kickoff here. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Rams offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. Now a first throw here in overtime. Pass caught right side by Higbee. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Throw over the middle, brought in by Adams. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. That's deep to the back of the end zone.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. To the air again, Stafford. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap to Stafford. That one into the hands of Atwell. That is well done there, converting on 3rd and 15.
That's about as big time as you get. There's a saying, Mike, that you really judge your quarterback by his ability to operate, not only on 3rd down, but what they call 3rd and pass, meaning it's such a long down and distance, they have no choice but to air the ball out. And when you can convert 3rd downs at that distance, chances are you got a pretty big-time quarterback.
On first down, Stafford. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
And now, since we are in overtime, all challenges come from the replay officials, so we will get another look at this one. Stafford now on second down. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Again, it's Stafford. And they have done it! Matching touchdowns here in OT. And now they'll have a chance to win with a 2-point conversion. Greg, they have such a knack. It's like they're on the same page. The quarterback almost feels like, well, when you were playing, you know where that guy's going to be in the end zone.
Yeah, we used to have a saying, Mike, we say we don't run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and especially against zone coverage. Down here in the red zone, the rule is if you're open, stay open. Don't run past an open.
And now, hang on, amidst the celebration, replay will get involved to make sure that this is a touchdown. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over. Remember, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary. In other words, it's got to be the truth. So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. They could have tried for the win. Instead, they'll go for 1 to extend the game. And an exhale there. Extra point is good. Now, next score wins as we play on here in overtime. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The home team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Daniels going to keep it on the zone read. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Man, when it works well, the zone read is a thing of beauty. It just adds another dimension to this offense. And if the defense doesn't get a better plan, they're going to continue to do it all day.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. We'll try the left side with Eckler. And a short pickup, too. About the 42-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Now this looks like a design run. He's going nowhere. losing yardage on that play. Third and long. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. He's got the veteran Zach Ertz. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Third down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback. And even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They run over center with Robinson. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Now the Commanders will use their 3rd and final timeout. So out comes Matt Gay in a big spot. This one to win it in overtime. Now a timeout Rams, that's number 2. So out comes Matt Gay in a big spot. This one he's gotta have. That's long enough, and it's good! On target from long range. It took overtime, but they will walk off the field with the victory. So it's a win here for the Commanders. They knew a field goal would do it, and a pressure kick from distance was right on the money. They come away with the victory here in overtime. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Commanders are winners, as we say so long from just outside our nation's capital.